Kris Kobach is running for re-election there, and he joins us by telephone now. Kris, welcome to America's Forum.
Great to be with you, JD.
Now, political science professor Russell Fox of Friends University says your race is the most important in Kansas. Do you agree with him, and why? Or why not?
Well, I don't know if it's the most important, but I'd say it's pretty important. And the reason is that I have introduced a number of election reforms that have made Kansas the toughest state in America to commit voter fraud. And by that I mean we were the first state in America to combine three things: photo ID at the polls, without lots of exceptions like some states have; proof of citizenship when you register to vote, which only 4 states have; and we secure the mail ballots, which very few states do, so that there's no possibility of any significant fraud in mail balloting. And we did that. We have stopped voter fraud, virtually stopped it in Kansas. You can never completely stop it. And on top of all of that, I teamed up with the state of Arizona, and we sued the Obama administration for trying to knock a loophole into our proof of citizenship law, and we beat them in federal district court in March. So the folks on the left, don't like me very much.
And perhaps it is because of that unease on the left that the New York Times profiled you and your race a few days ago. The Times calling you, quote, an itinerant firebrand with a Yale law degree. How would you describe yourself?
Well, I'm just someone who's committed to the principle that the rule of law has to be followed. And as you know, and we've worked together on the issue of illegal immigration in the past, that's what I've done in my professional career, and I continue to do it in my spare time. I helped write the Arizona SB 1070 law, helped write a similar law in Alabama, and I'm going to continue to fight the fight on restoring the rule of law on immigration. And that's where it overlaps with my work as Secretary of State, because with regard to voter fraud, it's all about the rule of law. It's about having legal, fair elections. And in both instances, illegal immigration or voter fraud, the people who are breaking the law are doing it for the same reason: political power.
Let me ask you this about the politics in Kansas and polling. Some polls say you're about 5 points ahead of your Democrat opponent. What does your private polling say, Kris? Can you let us in on that?
Our private polling is consistent with that. It shows we're ahead in single digits. But I think we'll probably stretch that out I hope we'll stretch it out in the last few days of the campaign. We're down to 12 days now. Hopefully as voters, at this point, as you know, JD, having been in the political realm, voters sometimes, there were quite a few undecideds who don't make their final decision.
That's right, and they've got to break it down, take their time to discuss the issues. Sadly, our time is up. Kris Kobach, we thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you again in the not-too-distant future.